guys, how is it going? It's Dmitry here, and today we will continue discussing about React.js library. And in this tutorial I'm going to set up a CSS in order to work with our styling, and so obviously we need it, and I investigated, I spent some time on that, and I just decided to stick with this well-known library. It's called Tailwind CSS, and nowadays it's like well-known library. I never use it, but yeah, it looks like it's legit, so we're just going to install it, and it looks like the installation process is quite straightforward, so I just decided why not. And also I found like it's quite suitable for React, so yeah, let's jump into that, guys. I'm going to install it, and then we'll keep on going with the rest of the stuff. So first thing first, guys, this is our project, right? And nothing was changed so far. Everything is from the previous tutorial. So I'm going now, if you go to this website, right, to Tailwind CSS website, you can see like all the steps that you have to undergo in order to install this library and to make it work. So it's npm package, right, essentially. So first thing first, I will start from npm install Tailwind, which is I'm going to install this Tailwind CSS package. Let's do it. So, and as you remember, guys, when I'm running this command, I'm just installing it, and the library itself, it will appear here in dependencies, right, in package.json file. So just keep it in mind. Cool. So yeah, it's here, right? Here we go. So next step is use the Tailwind. So we need to add this as they call them, directive or injections. So what I'm going to do, guys, I think we're going to scrub this app file. I'm going to kill it completely. I'm going to kill it from here. Sorry, where we using it? We're using it over here, guys. Cool. And also I'm going to work with this file, index.css, and we already have some CSS over here, and I'm not going to use it anymore. Guys, this previous CSS, it's a standard CSS, like the standard way you can implement everything, like all the CSS from scratch and using all these standard classes, which is, again, it's a possibility, right? But reality is, I think in our case we're not going to implement a huge platform or something, right? And like we don't need to customize like the stuff completely, right? Even nowadays, like companies, they come up with really powerful platforms, but they still using all these CSS libraries, right? I guess in our case it's especially not a big deal, right? So that's why I just decided to stick with the library, and also it's a decent library, I believe, and even if you decide to go crazy with this project, I'm sure we can do that with this if you're going to utilize this library. Anyway, guys, this is the second step. I copied it and pasted. So the next step, guys, is create configuration file, right? So in order to do that, we need to run this command, and it's going to generate this tailwind.config.js. Let's see. Here we go, and here's the configuration file, right? So next step is we need to copy and paste this piece of code, right? Which is essentially we're going to work with post CSS kind of plugin, I guess, and we need to install this post CSS anyway. So yeah, later on we're going to install this post CSS, and at the moment we need create the post CSS configuration, guys. So let's do it, guys. Okay, I'm going to do it here. Post css.config.js post css, yeah. So here we go. Let's delete this unnecessary stuff here. Cool. So now what I'm going to do, guys, I would like to rename this file from index.css to tail, I guess. Tail. And guys, you know, we need also, when we start our project and when we build it, we need to build CSS part 2, right? So what I'm planning to do now, to write this script, hold on. So build CSS and post CSS and actual path to our file dex.css/o source, and the output where we're going to place our build file, build CSS. And actually here I will call it .css. I'm going to keep it as it is here as index. I think it's unnecessary to change the name here. Index. The original going to be index, and the produced one or the build one going to be called tail. Cool. So now let's come up with a watch CSS. And guys, this command, so essentially it's when we're going to make some changes, and we called it watching, and the watcher going to look for our changes. When we're going to save it, we're going to rebuild CSS too. It's really important to have this code comment. So let's just copy and paste, I guess. And here we have to define this flag, which is W, stands for watcher. So, and over here, what I'm planning to do, I just need to run this npm run build css, and I will explain you guys why I'm doing that. And on build, in case of build, the same, run build css. And so guys, the idea is when I'm going to start our application, first we're going to build CSS and then the start actual application, right? But in case of the actual build, when we're trying to build the application, when we run build, right, we're going to build CSS too, right? And then we're going to build the actual application. So simple with that, guys. So guys, now if right, we also need to install post CSS CLI tool. npm install. Let's install it. Okay, let's try it again. Looks like a winner. Let's see, guys. Didn't actually build right for some reason. Okay, probably that's why. here we go, guys. Tail CSS, right? Cool. So now we have our CSS, right? And we can use it, obviously. So, and also when if you run npm start, for instance, it's going to build, right, CSS, and then to run to start our application, right? So, and you could see it, guys, here should start. Also, guys, you can see now everything is messed up, not like previously, because we deleted all this original CSS, and that's why everything is messed up, right? So let's try font bold, and let's update it. First of all, we need to change the name of index file, right, to tail. Otherwise, you know, because that's where we get in. Here we go, guys. Now you can see, right, this is the border, and for example, if you try font bold, straight away you can see, right? So guys, it's working, and we can use it. I think I will stop over here, and we will continue in the next tutorial, guys. But the most important thing that now we have CSS, right, library, we can use it, and it's really powerful, and so it will allow us to speed up, you know, and come up with a much nicer application. And yeah, I will show you how to come up with a nice styling and so on. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you like this tutorial. Please like this tutorial if you enjoy it, and please subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet. And I will see you next time, guys. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.